Be careful, because people will try to offer you stuff that is not commensurate to your value. They will try to give you what they themselves would never accept. They want you to accept a joke about a watermelon on a black man's head and say that they were just playing, but never any jokes about leprechauns or four-leaf clovers. They want you to accept an attempted insurrection on Capitol Hill on January 6th.
Look,
but
they
are threatening
bitter.
to pull out the military on those who march for Black Lives Matter. They want you to accept the dividing of families in the largest threat of deportation of immigrants, even if it divides mothers from children. And they said babies in cages will be a glorious day. They want you to believe that the smuggling of fentanyl has been from the Mexican cartel, but they will not tell you that the majority of those who have been arrested have been white males. They want you to accept that you're going to receive more money when Trump was not responsible for the stimulus check in the first place. They want you to get excited about getting a tax break, but Negro, you don't qualify. That's for folk that's making over $400,000 and you $50,000 or less, talking about make America great again. When, Negro? When was it great?
We got to talk about him on After Hours.
They can give it,
I want y'all to hear the whole message.
Cannot take it. But you got to be careful how you treat God's people, because the last will be first and the first will be last. I don't know.
Hey, hold on. Is that Ike? Is that Ike and Tina to eat the cake? Oh, hold on. We gotta play this. Well, before we play it, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, because we had a phenomenal live stream on the Patreon for the Bag Chasers. Real substance that allows for you to be successful and you can actually capitalize. We did a live stream and it's up for you guys to be able to restream. We did a live stream for you guys to be able to capitalize off this upcoming presidency and actually get the bag. I can't believe how bitter Jamal Bryant, Democrats in the black church has gotten to where they are now using Anime Eat the Cake and they're leveraging their hate for Trump and our country and identity politics in order to justify their loss. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I will tell you, and I know that this is the part of the uncomfortable conversation that people don't want to have, but I will absolutely positively tell you that some of the most, not only because racist people come in all colors, shapes, creeds, sizes, genders, so on and so forth, that the black church preaches more hate and against masculinity and is totally, in most black churches such as this right here, is totally against the will of God, so much so that they will go against their own best interests. Let me tell you something. He said the last shall be first and the first shall be last. And then he started to equate it to tax breaks and Trump and so on and so forth. Let me ask y'all a question. After all of these years of supporting Democrats and this liberal agenda, what they've given you is tying you to the federal government in order to remove you from your home so that they can feminize your kids. This liberal agenda that, and if you've ever, and I'm going to continue to hit on this every single day that I can, if you guys have the opportunity, go and look at what the process is for removing unwanted babies in a form of contraception, abortion. Go and look it up and see what the process is, and then you tell me that is of God. They want you to support somebody that marched in a pride parade while they got all of these sassy men leading choir inside of their churches. And they have an assault on masculinity, and yet they want to cloak it in justification around why they didn't vote for Trump, when in reality, they are some of the most liberal, racist, sexist, and division, warmongering, hateful people that you will ever see in your entire life. go to a black church, listen to the message, and tell me that you come out of there feeling more and more like you are of God than if you just walk away and then go and study your Bible on your own. I got to see what this Eat the Cake anime section is.
Where y'all are, but all my haters, I wanted you to know, eat the cake, anime, eat the cake. When it is that God puts his foot down, you don't know who God is going to bless. You don't know who God is going to restore. And you don't know who God is going to use.
Maybe he can use you.
Genesis 25.
On the back of the church.
In Genesis 25, Jacob said to his brother Esau, I know you are hungry, but if you give me your birthright, I'll give you Campbell soup. And a lot of fools fell for it. A lot of people sold their self-worth and their self-esteem in this election cycle. 18 million people did not vote at all. The Latino community, even after being stereotyped as murderers and rapists and being disrespected by calling Puerto Rico floating garbage, went and voted in.
Let me tell you how evil the black church is and Jamal Bryant is. Public enemy number one, because he is absolutely blaspheming and mocking God. Let me tell you how evil this guy is, right? He will remix what was actually said because Trump actually didn't even align, nor did he. When Trump sold out Madison Square Garden, okay, in order, at one of his rallies, and they had a comedian who he didn't know and he didn't associate with, but they booked him as a form of entertainment, same way they had Meg Thee Stallion twerking up there for Kamala Harris, and a comedian made these tongue-in-cheek jokes about every demographic. But then people wanted to leverage it and take the sound bites in order to justify and say, oh, no, that's Trump that said that. Trump never said it. But this is what they want to do in order to influence you. And y'all got to be able to do your own research, read between the lines, and study the word. The word will never go against itself. The word will never go against itself. When he was asked, I'm going to do a whole new review. I ain't even going to tell you when he was asked and what was going on, but I'm going to do a whole review video on it. I wish I was up. I wish I was aware that he was on a certain podcast. I would have pulled up, but we going to get there. But listen to him. Listen to how they spew this hate, and then they cloak it in the name of justification and church and God, and he going to raise them. How come black people still so far behind and they in last place, but they've been Democrats their entire life? That's what I want to know. When they going to raise you up? Generation after generation, just like the children of Israel. They never got to the land of milk and honey. It's people that come over here and beat black people all day long, and y'all still talking the same old.
Record numbers. Ladies and gentlemen, white women even threw their support, realizing that they would have no authority about decisions over their bodies. Contrary to what the news did in trying to separate our community, 78% of black men voted and did the right thing.
Look at these simps. Look at the simps.
The reality, what we found out this week is that some people in America couldn't get over their own misogyny because they would rather have a clown than have a queen. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today and I want to salute and celebrate the most consistent voting bloc in America since 2016 has been black women.
The black woman again.
And black women showed America on Tuesday, I would rather starve to death than elect a fascist, racist, rapist, misogynist dictator who has no respect over my womanhood or over my community.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the divisiveness, the simping, and the reason why black men are leaving the church. If you look in this background, aside from that over circle in the upper right-hand corner, if you look in the background, you can see what the look of the black church is. If you look in the background, you can see the demographic. He's speaking to his demographic. This is Umar Johnson on steroids. Umar Johnson on steroids with a church congregation and a Bible behind him right here, right there, right now. Y'all let me know what y'all think inside of the chat. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. And then get your tickets to come and kick it with me in person. We bringing everybody to the front of the congregation. No more. No more.